Hi, Professor Nugent. We are working on the final roleplay video. Hello, my name is Emily Warren, and I work for SAFE, which provides services to abused families here in Virginia. Here at SAFE, we mainly focus on helping those who've experienced sexual and domestic violence. Today, I will be speaking with a client who is currently in an abusive relationship. He has heard of SAFE because we provide pamphlets to different local businesses, and my client picked up one of these pamphlets and decided to give us a call. Prior to the beginning of this vignette, I carefully and thoroughly completed an informed consent conversation with my client, and the client consented for treatment. I also carefully and thoroughly reviewed all confidentiality policies with the client, and all appropriate authorizations of release of the information has been signed by the client. And this is my client. How are you doing today, Al?
Yes, I'm doing
Before we get started, I wanted to ask you permission if it's alright with you if I record our session today. My supervisor needs to evaluate me just to make sure I'm doing everything correct, but he could not be here today. Is that alright if we record?
Only your supervisor will see this?
Yes, sir. Only my supervisor.
Hey, that's
Thank you. And I was also wondering, would it be okay if I took down notes just to make sure I get down all the important information and everything?
yeah, that's fine with me.
Thank you. Now let's get started. You gave me some information the last time we met about your relationship. Can we go over that a little bit more, please?
Sure. Like, it's embarrassing to say, but I'm in an abusive relationship with my girlfriend. She's verbally abusive, she slapped me, she's punched me before, she's thrown bottles at my head, she drinks a lot, I think she's cheating.
First of all, I'm sorry to hear that, and that does sound like a very difficult situation to be a part of. But why do you feel embarrassed? You're
Well, it's embarrassing that I'm a guy. I'm getting beat up by my girlfriend. Like, I've been told that a real man would hit her back. I couldn't do that. I could never bring myself to hit a woman, especially physically. Like, ever since I was young, I was taught to never, ever hit a woman no matter what.
before you were in this relationship with me, have you ever experienced any sort of abuse?
Not forgetting the other kids now.
You were taught to never hit a woman. Who taught you this?
My parents. My mother was severely abused as a child. My father was an alcoholic. He'd drink at home or come home drunk and beat up my grandmother, my mom, her sisters. He killed my grandmother during one of his drunken episodes, and my mother was removed from the house and had to be put in foster care. Eventually, parents got together and had me. My dad treats my mom well, but he's kind of a pushover. I guess he just feels really, really bad for my mom. He tries to treat her as well as he can. Both my parents have told me several times to never hit a woman, and that's always stuck with me.
It sounds like your mother has experience with this life.
Yeah, she has. Like, I don't know how she'd feel though. Like, if she, I don't know how she'd feel honestly if she knew that I was being abused.
So you're telling me that she doesn't know that you're currently being abused by your girlfriend?
No, like, you're the only person I've told. Some of the guys from work are kind of suspicious. I just kind of brush off the comments. Or told them that I've gotten bruised from tripping over things while I'm drunk. And as far as my parents are concerned, they live in another state, and I don't see them often. Like, even to avoid, talking about the abuse over the phone, but I feel as though I'm lying. And I'm just really happy in this relationship. But I still somehow love it. But I worry that she just won't get this.
Alex, this is alright with you. Can we discuss some of the things that Tiffany has done?
Yeah, she's physically, verbally abusive. Like I said, she slapped me, she punched me, she pushed me, she throws things at me. Like, she tells me I'm worthless and that I'm not a real man, and that I really don't love her. Like, she's also said that she's going to have someone else beat me up, and that I'm pretty sure that that person is the side boyfriend.
That does sound pretty upsetting.
It is. It is. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so stressed, angry, depressed, lonely, and worried. I work 50 plus hours a week to make enough money. He tells me that's not good enough, but she hardly ever works.
I can see how upset you are about this. If it's okay with you, may I continue asking you more questions about this?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, first of all, is Tiffany currently employed?
Yeah, she works maybe, shifts that are 4 to 5 hours long, 3 days a week. Like, I work way more than she does, and I make way more money than her. That still isn't good enough.
Have you ever expressed your frustrations with Tiffany at all?
Yeah, well, I have before, but it never ever ends well. Tiffany just cusses me out, tries to hit me. Like, we hardly ever get along anymore, and I find it better just to be gone most of the time and get fresh air.
How long has the abuse been going on?
Well, we've been dating for about 3 years. We just started acting this way, like roughly 6 months after our relationship started.
Okay. Now that still is a pretty long time.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, I'm just really tired of this. I don't deserve the way Tiffany treats me. I'm not perfect, and I've always tried to, take care of her. Like, I know she had a hard life when she was younger, but there is no excuse whatsoever for her to treat me this way.
That's completely understandable. From our previous meetings, I can see how much you do care for her and how much you do try to take care of her. But it honestly just doesn't seem like she's very accepting of that.
Well, that's what I'd say. I mean, exactly, she is not accepting. Like, I love Tiffany, but I'm ready to move on. I think this relationship is not going anywhere.
What would you like to do to change your situation for the better?
Well, for starters, I think breaking up for good.
I think that would be a good first step.
I'm concerned about her freaking out though, completely flipping when I break up with her.
And yes, I can see why you would be concerned about that. Here at State, we do provide shelter and advocacy and counseling for our clients.
Okay.
However, I would not be able to go with you to confront Tiffany about this. We could even arrange for a police officer to come with you, but personally, I would not be able to.
Okay, I mean, now that I think about it, although she may flip out, I think I'll be okay. Like, I think I'll just tell her, get ready to leave, she starts to come after me. I think having a police officer will be a bit much.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good plan, Alex. What are you planning to do after you break up with Tiffany? Do you have another place to live? Is there somewhere else that you could go that you have in mind?
Yeah, actually, our lease is coming up soon, so I can tell Tiffany we're done. We're done, finished. And I can move to another apartment complex. If there's this one that my friend lives at, I can check it out.
That sounds really good, Alex. But could you be able to afford it? That's a big prospect.
Yeah, the rent is actually much cheaper than the one I'm paying for now.
That sounds like a really good start. When would you like to speak to Tiffany about the decision?
Well, the lease is going up in 2 weeks, so I can check out the rent and everything this week. After I put down the security deposit, it'd be a good time for that. The last time I talked to him, my buddy said that there were roughly like 5, 6 apartments.
Okay. Okay. I think you are headed in a good direction, Alex. You really seem to have a good head on your shoulders, and from what I can tell, you have a bright future ahead of you.
Well, thanks. I'm really looking forward to the new changes I was facing. Yeah, it goes.
I'm excited to hear all of this, but one thing I am concerned is for your safety.
Yeah, like I said, I think I'll be okay. I'm gonna find the apartment, pay the security deposit, pack up the car with all my belongings, tell Tiffany, and leave. I won't tell her where I'm going. And on the plus side, the apartment complex is in another town, so she's gonna have no clue where I am.
I think that's such a good plan. So just to recap, you are going to check out some of the apartments preferably the one that your friend wants at. You're going to put down the security deposit. Once you have that settled, you're going to pack up your belongings, put them in your car so you're ready to go. Tell Tiffany that you're leaving, that your lease is up, and you have decided to move elsewhere, and you're just going to go.
Yeah, that's the plan in a nutshell.
Alright, well that sounds good, Alex. I would like to ask you though, would you like to join a support group for men who have experienced domestic violence? I think it would be good for you, but I don't want to pressure you. I'm just wondering if you think that you would like to do this.
I mean, I'd be kind of hesitant to because it is embarrassing. But at the same time, I think it'd be good for me. It would be nice to have some support, just people who understand what I'm going through because they've gone through it themselves.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Alex. If you need anything, please let me know. In the meantime, here are the dates for the support group.
Okay.
If you need anything, please let me know. And when you are ready to discuss with me the follow-up after you have your consultation with Tiffany, please let me know.
Yeah, thank you so much for your support. I'm hoping the next time we speak, I'll be living in a nice apartment and that the situation will be better and that the support is really athletic.